Hello everyone, welcome back to Mafia Central. I'm so sorry that I've been gone for so long. I just went up for a little holiday up to Leicester for 2 days and I came back and I just relaxed even more. However, today's video, my friends, is going to be Mafia 3 versus GTA 5. So without any hesitation, so let's jump into today's video. And if you do enjoy it, make sure to drop a like, subscribe for new, and let me know in the comment section below what platform you guys are getting Mafia 3 on. I would love to know. But without further ado, let's jump in. So, the first thing we're going to be talking about is just Mafia 3 pros or points, whichever one you want to call it, and yes, so the first thing we have is old-fashioned weapons. Now, obviously, GTA 5, it's based in, like, you know, I don't even know what time it is, like 2000, something like that, but it's based in a modern era, and it's going to be really interesting to use old guns from the old-fashioned time. So, old-fashioned is definitely going to play a big part in Mafia 3, and that's obviously expected, but yes, old-fashioned weapons are definitely going to be a change, and I think that definitely brings it a little bit more into the, you know, better, if that makes sense. It definitely brings it into a different experience. And moving on to number 2, we have better music. Obviously, music is going to play a big part in Mafia 3. Personally, I don't like today's music in terms of, like, you know, pop music. I like Monster Cat, but I do not like today's pop music, and I definitely think by the end of Mafia 3 you guys are going to be loving the 1960s because it's such a good era for music and definitely rock and roll. Moving on to number 3, we actually have a bigger map in Mafia 3. It's 360 squared miles, and as GTA 5 is only 100 square miles, so we have literally it's two times bigger than GTA 5, and it's going to be so much to do. There's going to be so much exploration, and I just can't wait to explore the 360 square miles that we have in Mafia 3. Moving on to number 4, we have a 1968 setting. Now, who doesn't like a 1968 setting? It's going to definitely add a more unique experience, and I just can't wait to see the 1960s, and it's definitely going to be interesting driving around the map, obviously going from like the kind of like rich area and more of like the white districts, because in 1968 it was there was a lot of racism and the KKK is in the game, so it's going to be really interesting going through all the districts and seeing the change of the environment in Mafia 3, and I can't wait to see how Hangar 13 have implemented that into the game. Anyway, moving on to number 5, you can actually dump bodies in the swamp area, which is the Bayou area. So you can just basically, I think you can put a body in your trunk, take it to the swamp and just dump it, and it will be eaten by alligators, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Moving on to number 6, cops can come after us. This one isn't really a big one, but yeah, it's going to be in the game, so yeah. And number 7, here we have a more in-depth story now. Now, GTA 5, it has a good storyline, but I think definitely Mafia 3 is going to have a darker storyline. It's definitely going to be a little bit more unique. And yes, so we're going to have a definitely in more depth storyline. Moving on to number 8, you actually have to keep good relationships with your Vito, Burke, and just keep a good relationship with all your friends around you so you don't make any fallouts, because if you make a fallout with Vito, he's going to be quite angry with you, and I do not want to see what he does to us if he does anything. And yeah, so you have to keep a relationship and keep it good, so yeah. And moving on to number 9, you can take over nightclubs and just make everything yours and get own reputation and own honor, and just let people know about you and that you're a badass. So yes, a badass, sorry. And yes, so that is going to be really interesting. And number 10, we're moving on to car customization, and that's going to be in the game, and I don't know if it's going to be as good as GTA 5, but we'll see when the game is released. Now moving on to number 11, of course this game is going to have amazing graphics since it's 2016, so I can't wait to run this game in ultra high settings on my ultra PC, so yes. And moving on to number 12, we can explore so much over 360 square miles, as I already said previously. So yes, there's so much to explore in Mafia 3 in terms of collecting collectibles, and also just going around the map and just making everything yours and just earning repetition and honor, and also collecting magazines. So yeah, that's going to be really interesting. And moving on to number 13, you can buy houses in the game along with a garage, or a garage as you Americans like to say it, but you can buy a garage or garage, and yeah, so that is going to be in the game. And number 14, the very last, Mafia 3 point we have is boats. Airboats are going to be in the game, which has a fan in the background, and it actually just powers the boat. And yes, so boats are going to be in the game, which basically means swimming is going to be in the game. So yes, swimming and boats are going to be in the game, and I can't wait to see how Hangar 13 have implemented boats and swimming, and yeah, I can't wait. So now we're actually going to be moving on to the GTA 5 points. There's only 10 points simply because there's more in depth and there's a lot more to it, and yeah, so without further ado, let us jump into the first one of the GTA 5 points. So we have car customization and clothes and character customization, as whereas Mafia 3 we do not have this except from car customization. So we actually can, you know, get clothes on our character, and we can get character customization in GTA 5 in terms of beards and long hair and makeup and all that kind of stuff. So yes, unfortunately with Mafia 3 we do not have that feature, but who knows, they may implement it if they can, that is, so who knows. And moving on to number 2, it actually has online, as whereas Mafia 3 doesn't, which is very unfortunate because I'm really gutted co-op is not in there, because if co-op was in there it would be so much better, and I think this game would definitely do better in the sales. And moving on to number 3, we have 3 different characters with their own unique background. We have Trevor, we have Franklin, and we have Michael, and all these 3 characters have their own unique background, and also we can actually play all the 3 characters, which has never been done in any sort of game whatsoever, so that is really interesting. And number 4, the game is absolutely amazing. The story is amazing, and I just have to say, well done Rockstar, you made a great storyline, and I just really love the GTA 5 story, so yes. And moving on to number 5, we have so many different cars in the game, including DLC. Just there's so much in the game in terms of cars and bikes and boats. There's absolutely crazy, and obviously helicopters and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. And number 6, I just said it, is tons of DLC. I couldn't name all of them, but there is tons of DLC for GTA 5, and yes, absolutely tons. And moving on to number 7, obviously the Xbox One, PS4 version and PC has amazing graphics, and obviously Xbox 360 and PS3, they're bearable. But my friends, yes, Mafia 3 does have, GTA 5 does have amazing graphics on the new generation consoles. And number 8, we actually have amazing map, my friends. I really love the layout of the map on GTA 5. I know it's only 100 square miles, but the design level of the map is absolutely amazing. And moving on to number 9, we have tons of online missions and variety. It's actually insane how much variety we have in GTA 5. Honestly, I can't, explain how much, variety we have in GTA 5, but it is insane. And moving on to number 10, the last one, we have available, GTA 5 is available on all platforms. That's PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS4 and PC, and if I didn't say already PS3, it's available on PS3, but I'm pretty sure I did. I just want to make sure I have. Yes, it's available on all platforms, as well as Mafia 3 is kind of expected to be on the new generation consoles, which is the PS4, Xbox One and PC, and yes, so it's not available on the old generation consoles. So you guys that are on the old generation consoles still, I'm so sorry, because you guys are not going to pick up this game, which is going to be really disappointment. If you guys can get the Xbox One or PS4 or get an Ultra PC, I highly recommend it, so you guys can play Mafia 3. But yeah. Anyway, we're actually going to moving on to the GTA 5 cons, as we just finished up the GTA 5 points, and let's just get past it as soon as we can. So the number 1 is you get bored quite quickly in GTA 5 after you've got everything, and the game kind of comes boring and there's not much to do. Moving on to number 2, you'll learn the map in at least 1 week or 2 weeks or less if you have a really good brain and really you remember stuff really good. And personally, I want to learn a map in at least it takes me a long time to learn a map, and I really want to explore the map, as whereas GTA 5 you kind of learn the map really easy. And yes. And number 3, the heists are just horrible. It was a horrible disappointment. Rockstar really did, just my opinion, Rockstar really did screw up heists, and it was a real disappointment. And moving on to number 4, the missions are just too repetitive in my opinion. There's so many different missions that are the same, and just the same way that they work. It just kind of gets repetitive, and I just don't like it. And number 5, it needs bigger planes. It needs like a jumbo jet, a 737, and just more, bigger commercial airlines, so you can go around the map and not just use a private jet. But that's just my opinion again. It needs more variety of transport in the air, and yeah. And number 6, there's not much exploration to do. I mean, you can't go and collect collectibles or anything like that, which is a shame. And yeah, so it's not that much exploring to do. You have kind of a few land sightseeings here to do there, like Vinewood Hills. It's like seeing the Hollywood sign. That's about it, really. There's nothing else to do, and there's not much exploration to do. And moving on to number 7. The first car, or the first person of the car or interior of a car, could have done or could have been modeled way better, in my opinion. It's honestly, I really hate the first person in the car view. Just really bad modeled, in my opinion. And number 18 number 8 is getting money is an absolute bitch, unless if you buy like 8 million from the shark cards and you spend over $100 on it. My friends, getting money is really hard, and it does take quite a while to get that. And number 9, why are vehicles always capped at 120 miles per hour? Surely when we spend our money on cars, we want it to go full speed and not be capped at 120. So yes, if you do buy a car at like 100,000, maybe going to million, 1,200,000, you just don't want to be in that 120 miles per hour. You want it to be going 300, maybe 195 miles per hour. You want to be going fast, not vehicles capped at 120, but that is just my opinion. And number 10, there should have been co-op in terms of just playing single player together and just having a good time with your friends. I know that would have been pretty hard to do because you'd have to control 3 characters, but I definitely think there could have been like a co-op way to do the story and play. Maybe you could play as Michael or Trevor or Franklin, and you have to pick the options. But I think co-op should have been in GTA 5. So yeah. And that is it for GTA 5 cons. Now we're going to be moving on to the Mafia 3 cons. So without further ado, let's jump into that. Number 1, we have no clothes or character customization. Number 2, no multiplayer co-op, which I think is really boring. I'm really disappointed that Hangar 13 did not bring co-op into Mafia 3. I think if it was 1968 style, you just have to have co-op in the game. I'm really gutted that it's not in the game. 3, I think it's a shame that we didn't get to pick up where Mafia 2 last left off, and but it is what it is really, and but Mafia 3 still looks badass if you ask me. And number 4, the relationship feature might be a problem, but we'll see when the game is fully released, and we'll see how it plays out and how Hangar 13 have implemented that feature. Number 5, we don't have enough gameplay of Mafia 3 in my opinion. I want longer gameplay, not so much cuts, and I just want to see Mafia 3 a little bit longer, and yeah. And number 6, we don't have information about car customization. Hangar 13 have been really tied about it, and it's a really disappointment because I really want to learn more about car customization and see if it's going to go as high as GTA 5 or even bigger than GTA 5. So I'm really gutted that we don't have more information about car customization. And number 7, in my opinion, I think the speedometer of Mafia 3 looks bad, and I really don't like the look of it. So yeah. And number 8, in the gameplay we've seen so far, it looks like every car blew up so easily, so I hope that actually doesn't really happen. I hope the car just, survives a little bit longer than just getting hit with one shot and blowing up. And number 9, Mafia 3 looks like it's going to be a deep dark story, but I hope the game itself is not going to be too arcadey, just in terms of handling of cars and the physics of Mafia 3. And number 10, we actually have stealth. Now, stealth will play a big part in Mafia 3, but I don't want it to be too stealthy, because if you have every mission going stealthy, it's going to get quite boring, and I hope there's going to be a change from stealth, maybe to stealth, that's 2 missions of stealth, then we have guns out blazing, and then we have a little bit more stealth. I want there to be a variety of changes. I just don't want it to be all stealth. I know Hangar 13 said you can take it and approach whichever way you want, but I do want it to be, just kind of if we want to, or not if we want to, but we have to go out guns out blazing, and I want that feature to definitely be implemented. I don't want Mafia 3 turning into a Hitman game, basically, is what I'm trying to say, and I hope there isn't too much stealth. However, my friends, this concludes my Mafia 3 versus GTA 5, and my friends, it's going to be a really hard decision making a decision what is better, Mafia 3 or GTA 5. Now, if we think about it, GTA 5 has a lot. It has it has online, it has DLC, it has car customization, clothes customization, and character customization. It has 3 different characters with their own unique background, so you can control 3 characters in with one story. The story is good, but however, I do think Mafia 3 is definitely going to pull off a definitely better storyline, and I'm definitely going to think it's going to be deep and dark. Obviously, GTA 5 has tons of DLC, it has good graphics, it has an amazing map, but however, Mafia 3 is going to be 360 square miles, so that kind of beats it in terms of map size. And obviously, GTA 5 obviously has tons of online missions, and there's so much variety to it. But if we look at it as a whole, GTA 5 is more of a multiplayer game, and it's more for your friends rather than playing solo. And what I mean by this is, if you pick up GTA 5, you're looking to play with your friends and have a good time and have a laugh. Whereas Mafia 3, you are looking to play this game for a great single player, unique experience. And that is not what GTA 5 delivers at all. It delivers you a fun experience. I think Mafia 3 is going to deliver you a deep, dark, kind of fun, really dramatic drama kind of feel to the game. And I think Mafia 3 is going to be better than GTA 5 in terms of gameplay and storyline, and I think it's going to have a lot more into it than we than we think, if that makes sense. But my friends, if you have enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe if you're new. That is Mafia 3 versus GTA 5, in just terms of differences and everything like that. So anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. This is my longest video on Mafia 3. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course, I'll see you all later in my next video. Until then, my friends, goodbye.